Hello, happy Monday. Welcome back, third grade. So for language arts this week, we're going to be going over prepositions. So today we're going to be working with IXL standard RR.1, identifying prepositions. So that's when we're going to be able to read a sentence and point out what are the prepositions in that sentence. But first, let's go over what are prepositions. Now, a preposition is a word that shows how a noun or pronoun is connected to some other word in a sentence. So this is different than conjunctions where we're combining two things. This is just showing how they're connected. So an example would be, the snowshoe hare lives in Alaska. So in this sentence, we have a preposition telling us location. Our preposition is in where? In Alaska. So it's showing how the snowshoe is connected to Alaska because it lives there. So the noun or pronoun that comes after the preposition is called the object of the preposition. And the object of the preposition is always going to be a noun or a pronoun. So here, our preposition is in, and then our noun is Alaska. And we see it has a capital A, which means it's going to be a proper noun. It's the name of a state. So this is our preposition and our object of the preposition. So let's go over some prepositions. So here is a list of prepositions. So if you have a piece of paper next to you, I would encourage you to write these down because this is what we're going to be looking for in our homework today. So about, and these are all prepositions. About, above, across, after, along, around, at, behind, below, beside, by, down, during, for, from, in, inside, into, near, of, on, outside, over, through, to, under, up, with. Most prepositions are going to tell about time, place, or movement, but some do not. So when we say time, I will call you after dinner. So the preposition after is showing us what time, and then dinner is going to be our object of the preposition. So usually the object of the preposition is going to be right after the preposition. So then place, the sunglasses on the table are mine. So our preposition is on, and our object of the preposition is table. And we see there is an article adjective in between, but that's an adjective, so that wouldn't be our object of the preposition. Because remember, our object of the preposition has to be a pronoun or a noun. So it's on what? The table. We're talking about the place. Some prepositions also talk about movement. So when we read this sentence, we walked across the wet grass. So the movement would be across. What did you walk across? The grass. That's our object of the preposition. But we still see words in between the preposition object of the preposition. Remember, the is our article adjective, and wet would be our adjective talking about the grass. But we know our object of the preposition is going to be a noun or a pronoun, and grass is a noun. So that's how we know. We're walking across what? The grass. And then there's going to be other ones like about. Did you read the book About Wolves? So remember, about is our object of our preposition, and then a wolves is our object of the preposition. So now let's go through some examples. Sometimes it helps if we look at a picture to go with their sentences. So in this sentence, we see the puppy is on the floor. So as we know from before, our preposition list, on is one of our prepositions. And what is the puppy on? The floor. So we can see it here. So on is going to be our preposition. Floor is our object of preposition. And then if we see the puppy is beside the phone. So now what if I'm lost and I don't know what the preposition is? Well, I can go back to, and this is why it's important to write these down. I can look here and I'm trying to see what word did I see in this sentence. I saw beside. So I know that's my preposition. So if I go back here, beside is my preposition, so I'm going to underline it. So what is the puppy beside? What pronoun or noun is the puppy beside that is after the preposition? The phone. The puppy is beside the phone. So that means phone would be my object of the preposition. So I'm going to stop on this slide, and I want you to make sure that you get familiar, practice reading over the prepositions. These are the words that we're going to be looking for in our sentences. Remember, these words connect something in the sentences. So when you see all these words in a sentence, it should be showing how a noun or pronoun is connected to some other words in a sentence. If it helps, think of when you read your sentences as a picture, and then picture what's going on in your head, and that should help. All right, and so today we're just going to be reading sentences and picking out what are the prepositions in the sentence. So that's why it's important for us to have these, practice saying them, get them down, write them down, practice them throughout the week, because this whole week we're going to be working on prepositions. Thank you. Bye.